Yes, yes, yes. It's Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio. And today, we're looking at Anthony Joshua's statements. But before that, just a reminder, if you like the content, just hit that bell icon and subscribe. Okay, so with that out of the way, we are looking at Anthony Joshua's statement. Anthony Joshua says Andy Ruiz ain't that skillful and beat him with a lucky punch. Okay, so without much further ado, let's get into it and let's dissect and analyze. Okay, so Anthony Joshua claims Andy Ruiz only beat him with a lucky punch in their first meeting in June, and that the heavyweight champion Andy Ruiz ain't that skillful. Okay, so let's chop it up. So, Anthony Joshua, as we know by now, lost his belts, IBF, WBA, WBO, IBO, heavyweight titles to the destroyer, so-called destroyer, Andy Ruiz Jr. Okay, so after getting up 4 times, after being dropped 4 times in this boxing upset, he had, or rather Anthony Joshua came under fire from Andy Ruiz Jr. Lots of criticism came his way as a result of, well, from the tongue of Andy Ruiz Jr. Andy Ruiz Jr. was highly critical of Anthony Joshua, which came as a surprise to most of us, because before the fight, they seemed rather cordial, too cordial. Anthony Joshua clearly took the guy lightly. Took him very, very lightly. Of course, Joshua was looking at Deontay Wilder. He was focused on Deontay Wilder. And then focused on Big Baby, or I call him Big Belly, Jarrell Miller. Jarrell Pincushion Miller, as it turned out. Because Jarrell Big Belly Pincushion Miller popped dirty prior to their fight for multiples of performance-enhancing drugs. So, Joshua came into the fight with Ruiz, looking past him at Wilder and looking past him at the guy he should have been fighting, Miller. And so by the time he came to, there we go, where are we? By the time he came to face, well, there we are, there's the classic moment. By the time he came to face Ruiz, he was already phased. He was already phased by the thought of facing the guy he should have been facing, and to the point whereby it was clear that he didn't take Ruiz as seriously as he should have. Let's open this one. Didn't take him seriously, even to the point of handing him his belt to hold. utterly bizarre. You see the face of Joshua's trainer, Rob McCracken, there. That serious expression. Like, what the hell is he doing? Look at him. He's handing them over to him one by one. There's the first one. And Ruiz, look at his little pudgy face. Look at his little pudgy face. Look at his little pudgy face. There's one. He's counting them. 1, 2. You know, even Eddie Hearn didn't get the gravity of it. This guy here, he knows. He knew the gravity of it. He's saying, what the hell are you doing? Manny Robles, the trainer of Ruiz, he knows what the hell's going on. He knows what the hell's up. This man here has lost his damn mind. Looking past little Pudgy, Pudgy Ruiz Jr. handing over his belts one by one. And then to add insult to injury, Ruiz had nothing but unkind words for him, for Joshua that is, after the fight. Oh dear, look at this. This is before the fight, not after the fight. He's already handed the belts to him. Now shadowboxing, out of his damn mind. Out of his mind. Looking past Ruiz. Did he have a concussion? We don't know. It's highly speculated. Look at Sam Watson over there smiling, saying, damn, we didn't even have to fight for this. We didn't even have to fight for this. Yeah, something was clearly wrong with Joshua. Looking past short, pudgy Andy Ruiz Jr. But anyway, yeah, I think we should definitely have this picture up. Where are we? Boom. Oh gosh, madness. Okay, let's look at the article anyway. So I'm just shocked it took Ruiz Jr. another 4 rounds to get me out. Where are we? I don't know what concussion is, but for sure, after that fight, I didn't know what round the fight was stopped in. Joshua was not impressed by the new champ, dismissing his efforts as lucky and questioning his skills in the ring. By a lucky punch, by a punch sent by the gods, Joshua told Sky Sports about the defeat in America. I don't know what concussion is, but for sure, after the fight, I didn't know what round the fight was stopped in. So I'm just shocked it took Ruiz Jr. another 4 rounds to get me out. Let me concuss Ruiz Jr. You won't fight, you won't get back up. He ain't that skillful. He's a good fighter, admittedly. Joshua actually scored the first knockdown of the match, flooring Ruiz in the 3rd round, and the former champ believes he was overzealous in going in for the finish. He was definitely overzealous. In my live fight analysis or breakdown or coverage of the fight live on my channel, when Joshua knocked Ruiz down, I shouted, "Don't rush in. Joshua, don't rush in." And what did he do? Guess he didn't hear me. He rushed right in and then pow! Ruiz got him back. And that was all she wrote. Ruiz got hit by a flash knockdown. He was still raw. He wasn't well done. He wasn't cooked yet. I should have left him a little bit longer. But the instinct in me was boom. I ended up getting caught with a left hook on the top of the head. I wasn't boxing properly, skipping around the ring like a marathon runner, dancing around the ring. It was never the game plan to have my arms low and to be over my front foot. Yeah, never be over your front foot. Never be over your front foot. Anthony Joshua knows this. Anthony Joshua knows what he did wrong. And I think we all know. We all know that he wasn't right in there. He was not right. Handing the man his belts. Utterly crazy. But I think it's clear from Ruiz's disrespect, post-fight disrespect, that he has lit a fire under the ass of Anthony Joshua. I think Ruiz was foolish. He didn't have to come out with his slick talking, with his slick ass tongue after the fight. There was no need for it whatsoever. He was stupid in doing so, because all he did was antagonize Joshua and made him hungry for revenge. And now Anthony Joshua uncharacteristically is coming out bashing his opponent, because it's clear that his mind was not on Ruiz. He was just a standing guy. He was a standing guy, but he wasn't a fall guy. Many people didn't know Andy Ruiz, and even many analysts didn't give Andy Ruiz a chance in hell. Didn't give him a catch chance in hell. I was one of the few that said Ruiz is gonna touch up Anthony Joshua. I knew he was gonna touch him up. I knew he was gonna touch him up with them fast hands and that extra hot Mexican salsa style. But I never thought he was gonna do what he actually did, dropping him 4 times. I don't think he would handle Joshua the way he did, with so much ease and aplomb. If it was the real Joshua, that wasn't the Joshua we know in there. Some haters have tried to suggest, yeah, that was the best Joshua. They are talking out of their cracksy. They're talking out of their rear. They're just haters. Any objective individual can see that was not the Joshua we know in that ring that night, for multiple reasons, most of which I have touched on previously in this video. So, what's going to happen? What's the outcome? What's the likely outcome in the rematch? Well, that is yet to be determined. We don't know. But one thing we do know, is Anthony Joshua will not be hanging out with this guy. And he will not be taking him lightly like he did the first time around. Yeah. This time the belts will be with Andy Ruiz Jr. But Anthony Joshua will come to take what he believes is rightfully his back. And there ain't gonna be no friendly, chummy, buddy business. He knows that Andy Ruiz Jr. is a disrespectful individual. Never seemed like that before. He always seemed so nice and calm and cool and collected and always seemed like a decent guy. Always struck me as a decent guy. But after his victory, he's acting like a pampered poodle. A lapdog. Wants to be cuddled all the time. Wants praise and adoration every second. Disparaging Anthony Joshua every minute, every second of the day. So, in the rematch, expect a very different energy from Anthony Joshua. Very different energy. What say you? So it wasn't a lucky punch. It was a lucky scenario for Andy Ruiz Jr. No lucky punch. Just a lucky scenario where you're fighting the guy who, for one reason and another, is looking past you. But that's his fault. What say you? Have your say in the comment section. Like, subscribe, comment, and share on all social media platforms. It's Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the like, it's the subscribes, it's the comments, it's the shares. And I'm out.